Team Talk Podcast, episode 34. Myself, Samuel Law. Got the man them here with me. I got STELIOS, we saying?
What's going on?
DOTTS.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
When
I'm here, you get me. I'm come to say things. You get me. I'm not a weekly frequent member, but if I'm here, I've got stuff to say.
Yeah. DOTTS said last week, listen, put me in. I'm there next week, so yeah, he's here. I got Coach, what you saying?
Yes, back again.
Yeah. So 3 of our teams played. So there's an Arsenal fan there, Chelsea fan, United fan. We'll start with Chelsea, Liverpool. STELIOS.
Yes.
Before the game, did you have any confidence in Lampard's side against Liverpool?
When you say
high flyers,
as in the lineup he picked today, or as in us going into the game, like
just going into the game.
Okay. I didn't expect to win, but I was hoping that we could get a result.
So did you have confidence? Do you tell us?
But can you have confidence? Who has confidence going into a game with Liverpool? Tell me.
Say no, Jeez. Seriously, they say no.
I'm not gonna say I'm not. I didn't have zero confidence
say
though.
no.
The confidence was not zero. That's, you know what I'm saying. I was like, we could get a result, maybe not a win, but a draw. We're at home, so I'm gonna have that sort of confidence. But we're playing a very, very good side.
I mean, Liverpool went out 2-1 winners. 2 set pieces, if I'm correct.
One direct free kick, which is fantastic strike by Trent. That's unsavable, to be fair. Did you see that?
I'm not having that. Right? You can't get beat on keeper side, man.
Huh? Did you see that? Listen, did you see the power of
the corner? But what I'm saying there, keepers don't stand behind the wall. Stand on your side and make sure it don't beat you at your corner. If it goes over the wall and it beats you, cool. But the way they shifted it, it went to Kepa's side. As a top goalkeeper, you cannot get beaten on your side.
But the reason, okay, so he expected it to go over the wall, but the way they lined it up, it was a little backheel roll to lay off the shot for Trent that threw off Kepa. And so Kepa was not expected to go on his side. And then even take that side, it was a fantastic strike. Like, you can't, I'm not going to put it down on Kepa at all.
That's the hair, I'm not having it.
No.
Okay,
That's the hair.
we're gonna get to the hair.
Yeah. I'm not trying to hear that. Like that was a fantastic free kick. And the second goal, the very first podcast, I said that we're going to concede a lot of set pieces this season. And it's been evident, like, I think we've conceded a set piece every game this season. And again, today, zonal marking, Alonso, Firmino is in your zone. You should be marking your man, to be fair. Even if it's zonal, mark the man that's in your zone. You let Firmino just get free run, free header, 2-0 down.
No, but you can't blame the defense for that, because like you just said, they shifted the ball on that free kick too. So if they shifted the ball on that free kick and you allowed it for the first one, they shifted on the next free kick, might have shifted around the zone.
That's different. No. Listen, at the same time, even if you're marking your zone, if there's a man in your zone, that's who your eye should be on. You know what I'm saying? You should be. I'm not going to let this guy. How many times do you see Firmino win headers against a 6-foot guy like Alonso? It was a free header. It should not be happening.
But when you do zonal marking, don't forget, when you're in between the zone, you're free. Because that's why I don't like zonal marking. Because zonal marking is the guy in front or the guy behind. Whose fault is it that the guy's got in between you? I don't like zonal. It passes on responsibility.
Exactly that.
Stick to your man. If he scores, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Simple. This zonal marking stuff, I'm not interested in that.
So it looked funny. You're telling me the goal's right in front of us now. Yeah?
I mean, it was his side.
But look at that.
The power that he's hit that with.
Look at that free kick.
Yeah, it's unsafe.
He's hit that with a lot of power.
What guys? Listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, goalkeepers at that level are always told when it comes to free kicks. Yeah, the wall's there for a reason. If the ball beats the wall and it goes in, it's not your fault as a keeper.
You know what? I'm looking at it again. Yeah, you can't get. I'll just watch that from the back, and Kepa could have saved that.
The velocity in that
No,
shot.
the velocity is there. But what I'm saying is that as a goalkeeper, what I'm saying, especially that close as well, because don't forget.
I see what coach is saying though.
But don't forget. When the free kicks are closer, it's harder for the people to bend it over the wall. The attackers. So that means as a keeper, you got to make sure that your side is solid. If they happen to chip it over the wall, that's an excellent free kick for how close it is.
Yeah, the thing is, we're seeing in slow-mo and get me different. Listen, you know how quick that would have been. He's probably thinking, what? The wall set.
Because they rolled it. It wasn't dead ball. They rolled it and then
in real time. In real time, it was lightning quick. G. Before I blinked, it was in the net. So for Kepa.
I mean, another shot that was lightning was Kante's one. You know, you just
Kante's goal was great, but even before we even get to that, let's look at the first half. Yeah, Tammy Abraham 1-on-1. Vital one-on-one. So last week I said, last week I said to you, coach. No, last week I said, no.
Composed, can handle.
No, I didn't use the word composure. I said, he scored 7 in 3, and I'm very impressed with that.
But I want to see how he does.
I want to see how he does against a big team like Liverpool. He had a big moment. He had a chance against United, hit the post. He had a chance today, one-on-one. He missed. And that's not even why I'm angry. Mason Mount was directly in line. He was ahead of everyone.
Not directly.
He was ahead of everyone. He was ahead of all the defense. All time he had to do was slip him through.
Yeah.
It's a striker though, front of the goal.
I hear you, but
and once again, he's not an attacker. He's a striker.
I get it.
That is exactly what he is, and he's probably been hearing what fans like you have been saying. Yo, Tammy, I want to see what you can do in the big games now. 1v1 like that. I have never expected him to square that. Never. He don't have that IQ.
He should have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
don't have
should
that
have. Yeah. Firmino is squaring it.
Yes.
Right. Firmino is squaring it. He should have, but
No. Firmino's not one of them. Aguero's not squaring it. Some strikers are going for it.
Aguero's gonna tear the net there.
Yeah, that's a different.
You get me? Aguero's gonna
I'm
net
just
that.
saying certain strikers that have that mentality that I got to score.
But with Aguero, that's a different level of striker.
he's gonna net that.
With Abraham, number one, you don't have the IQ to square it like that. And number two, once again, he could be hearing what Stelios and other fans have been saying that, yo, it's a big game, 1v1, you need to tuck.
Yeah.
You need to tuck.
so
You're
then
1v1, and that could be the only chance.
So then tuck. You get me? And he didn't tuck. So I'm not happy.
But what I'm saying is, but that's why this season is for Frank Lampard to find out what Tammy's about, especially in them big games. Like I said, Tammy might be that B striker for next year. Once he gets a transfer window, when he knows that, yo, you know what, Batshuayi is going, obviously, so I need to get a top striker in to help Tammy and not put all the pressure on Tammy. But he's just finding out in these games. That's what he's finding out.
I hear you. And so again, going back to the first half, so we had that chance, big chance missed. Aspilicueta scored, VAR again. Mason
was
Mount,
offside.
It was offside. Mason Mount's left leg was offside. These little marginal VARs.
That's what people want VAR for, though.
I know.
Last
And that's the thing,
season,
I
you got
can't
the
argue
other
with it.
guys complaining, that was offside, that wasn't offside. VAR, no, I'm talking about in terms of when VAR wasn't there. Yeah. It was thin margins. Fans are complaining, we got bumped, blah, blah, blah. Now VAR gets all out the window now.
But
It was
then
offside.
Now the confusing thing is now, because I heard even some of the commentators saying that now, is that the first phase of play, the second phase, because the ball's gone backwards towards their goal before it's gone forwards again. So now you're thinking about when the ball goes backwards, now you're in a different phase of play. It's not like he received the ball, he went to the goal, crossed it, and then they scored. Offside. It's clear. But he's offside on the first thing. That's the first phase. Then the ball's gone backwards. It's the second phase. I think there was some deflection that went through to Willian and whatever. So now commentators are bringing up like, yo, what's the first and the second phase now? I know it was offside, but what's the first and the second phase? But I guess VAR will come back and say, well, if he didn't receive the ball, then he wouldn't have went backwards to go forwards, and then William wouldn't have got the ball and stuff like that. So
Long story short, the guy's leg was offside, innit? So the goal didn't count. You have to hold your hand. Like the rules are the rules, innit? If you're offside, you're offside. So you take it.
Let me ask you now. So going forward, you've got guys coming back. You got Loftus-Cheek coming back. You got Hudson-Odoi coming
I
back.
just say before that, there's no home win at the bridge for Lampy.
Oh shit! He hasn't won at home, has he?
There's no win.
Sheffield United and
There's no win, G. There's no win, boy.
Well, okay. I'm saying though, as a Chelsea fan, are you optimistic or are you like, I'm writing the season off? No. Blah blah blah.
I'm definitely not writing the season off. Again, midweek first Champions League game, we played very well, and we concede again at a set piece. At the minute, that's how we lost the game.
You know what? Actually, side note, I'm going to get all your Champions League prediction winners. We've seen everyone play Champions League now.
I made my bet already for Champions League.
But we'll get to that.
But
anyway.
yeah, we'll get to that later. But I think once we eradicate that defensive issue with set pieces, then I trust my team going forward. I think we scored again today. I think Kante scored a very good goal today.
Is Lampard the guy? That's what I'm trying to get.
I'm happy.
No. I'm talking about, is Lampard someone that you're willing to back?
I'm happy. I'm behind Lampard. I think Lampard's doing a good job. Like we're playing much better football. That's what you have to understand. But the results haven't come our way, but we're playing much better football.
You can see,
you can see it, and the players trust Lampard. That he knows what he wants. He wants to create a team that's good going forward. Like he's looking at Man City and Liverpool. He's already said it. Those are the types of teams that he wants to build his Chelsea team on. That style of play.
Defensively, Chelsea look shocking, G. Like, I don't want to get into Arsenal before we get into Arsenal, but you're as bad as us defensively.
Okay, but this is
okay. Let me finish. defensively, you can be good attack when you get this Hudson-Odoi back in and that. Fam, but
There's no one coming back in defense.
there's
That's
no
the
one back in
defense.
defense, G.
You're not watching Chelsea.
But to be fair, he had a transfer window.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to say. So, bruv, this year, once again, he's looking at the Tomoris, the Christiansens.
He's playing with house money.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's playing with house money.
That,
Do
listen,
you know what I'm
listen,
saying?
I'm not trying to hear that. Look, you're saying we're bad defensively. We look terrible defensively. Apart from the set pieces, take the set pieces out again.
Have you kept a
Yeah.
clean sheet this season?
Take the set pieces
Have
out.
you kept a clean sheet this season?
Okay, but like I said,
Have
you're.
you done
I
it?
know, but listen to
Answer the viewers.
We haven't.
Answer the viewers. They want to know
Listen.
as well. Some people don't know. Have you kept a clean season?
No, we haven't. We haven't. But when I say we don't look terrible defensively, I'm saying you take the set piece issue, which I've mentioned, out. Liverpool won't score today. Oh, yeah. You take the set piece issue out.
Coach. So set pieces won't be allowed anymore for Chelsea. What are you talking about, G? There's gonna be set pieces.
And this is what I'm saying. So why did I not mention once we eradicate the set piece issue, then I trust my team to win games.
You're saying from open play.
Yeah, but you're not going to until he gets a transfer
That's what I'm
window.
saying. You think these players there now are gonna eradicate it all of a sudden? They're not, G.
Tomori is not going to eradicate. Christensen's not
They're
going
not.
to.
They're
Zuma's
They're
not
good
going to do
enough
it.
to. They're good. That's what I'm trying to say. They are good enough to.
They were good enough. They will be good enough.
They're good enough to. But the zonal, for me, it's a system, and I think Lampard needs to reconsider that. Like, take the zonal side out of it, go back to man marking, let the players take responsibility, and I think we will do better. Rudiger's still to come back as well, another solid centre back. So I'm not in fear. Like you guys are. You can have your 2-2 joke, but I still think that we're not in a bad position defensively.
You know what? Okay, before we come off the topic, I'm liking Lampard. You know, what he's doing, you can see where he's going.
Chelsea are playing good football. I'm not gonna lie. They look very dangerous going forward. Like there's nice quick play. Like they play quick. I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
So
good transition.
obviously with Hudson-Odoi coming back, Loftus-Cheek coming
Kante
back.
come back today.
Promising.
Kante come back today. We haven't. This is Kante's first game back, and he scored today. Like he's played. He had a good game. They didn't score from open play. How often do you see
The thing
that?
is,
with Liverpool?
it's worrying, G. You're 2-0 up against Sheffield through it.
You can get at Chelsea. That's it. But when, like the coach said, once he gets a window, we'll see.
That's what you see. But when he gets a window, you will see what Lampard is thinking. Right now, no one knows what he's thinking. Does he think Christensen's good enough? Do you think Tomori is good enough? Does he think that Christensen needs a partner? Tomori needs a partner? We don't know what he's thinking.
He hasn't put his stamp on the team yet.
Yeah, he hasn't.
But someone who's trying to put his stamp on his team, we're gonna go on to that.
Ole.
So I'm gonna segue into it. I'm just gonna start by saying I went to.
But listen, look, Samuel, give us your perspective because you went to the match.
Yeah, okay.
And you know, going to the match is always different to watching it on TV.
No commentary, just
All right, so I went to London Stadium today to watch United get beat 2-0. There's a couple things. Actually, it's weird because I went to interview with the United stand guys. Shout out Flex and them man there after the game. While I was watching the game, I was thinking of points that I'm gonna say in the interview. So I've put Mata down there. He's done out there. I'm gonna quickly.
Why he got the extra year contract?
It's good.
never know.
It's good personality for the dressing room.
You don't want to get rid of too many experienced players at one go. I understand that, but I've seen it. As you said, I've seen it live. Mata's done out here. Yeah, I was saying Mata is like Ozil. No. Listen, Mata did not want to shoot at all. He didn't have an interest in shooting. He wanted to pass it. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell too much on that. Oli, he should have made the change way before that. I wanted him to bring on Gomez for Mata's position. However, it's not the fact that United what it is United don't have a number 10. So United need to change the shape. The shape does not work. Yeah, this 4-2-3-1 does not work. So he played McTominay, Matic, Mata ahead of them. There's no pace in that midfield. Yeah, Noble and them man. You know, Noble was working. Yeah. So I think what Oli needs to do is change the system to 4-3-3. Fred came on. He looked better.
4-3-3, but what system 4-3-3?
What do you mean, what system?
Get it wide.
As in what variation? Because you can have a cam 4-3.
No. You have DM and then 2 CM.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
there's no right now with United. Because the two are so static, Matic and McTominay. There's no passing lanes. There's no. Now you know sometimes when you play 4-3-3 like that, the outside winger sometimes comes in. the CM might stretch it a little bit. There's no flexibility in that. It's just literally when the centre backs get the ball and I see Maguire's got the ball. I didn't catch most of the game, but when I'm seeing it from United's play. When Maguire, whoever gets the ball, they're looking, but McTominay's marked and Matic is marked, and they don't know how to get away from him.
Let me tell you what happened
Then
today.
the number 10 is missing. Whether it's Lingard, Mata, they don't have.
We haven't got a number 10, so
Yeah,
don't play a formation that needs a number 10. Wan-Bissaka was an outlet today, yeah? He on the ball, I've watched it live, he's not it. On the ball.
Oh.
No, on the ball. Wait, no. Listen to me. Before, let me land, yeah? What I mean is, he's comfortable on the ball, but I'm talking about in the final third, we were giving it to him. He's not, but with the formation that we're playing, yeah, it forces him to have to go down the line and be the winger, the kind of up and down. If we have a 4-3-3, if it's Greenwood, anyone out there, they can do that. They were giving the ball to Wan-Bissaka.
Start of the season, were you not playing 4-3-3?
No, it wasn't. Ollie ain't been playing for 4-2-3-1. Remember, Pogba's playing deep with McTominay. That was the problem that we had.
Didn't
Do
you
you get what I'm
Lingard
saying?
was playing ahead of
Lingard
them.
was playing ahead. That's why we were saying that, yo, come on, man. Lingard ain't got he's not no number 10.
Cool. With today's personnel, you couldn't play that 4-3-3 that you're asking of.
No, we have to.
Wait, why not?
What?
No.
Okay, go on, tell me who would have.
I would have played. No. I would have played McTominay, Fred, and Pereira in midfield. That would have been my midfield. My midfield three.
What have you got
And
to
then,
lose?
and then for,
Up front, Daniel James, Lingard, and Rashford.
What have you got to lose?
you'd have put Lingard on the left wing.
Right now, we haven't got a choice. The
It's
Manchester
not
United right now, their team is thin.
Okay, Finn, yeah, but what would have been the outcome? It would have been the same, no?
Okay, no, you know what? With Lloyd, let me piggyback on that. Yeah, we are gonna see a lot of games like this. Yeah. So, but even with that formation you're saying, we could have lost. Pogba could have been on the pitch today and we would have lost. The quality is lacking. Yeah. But I want to say something because, like I said before the game, I thought to myself, let me check the Man United team in 04-05. That was a real transition. That was when Fergie he'd won the league. Then Arsenal won the Invincibles 03-04.
That was Rooney.
Yeah, wait. So Arsenal won they went unbeaten 03-04. Yeah. 04-05, it was young Wayne Rooney, young Ronaldo, young Fletcher. We had old Keane. Keane was 31. Liam Miller, Kleberson, Jemba. Yeah. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Paul Scholes. But the midfield was slacking. Yeah. It took time to get rid of those guys because the season after, I don't think you remember when United won the Carling Cup. Nistelrooy was benched for I think Louis Saha. Yeah. He was Fergie realised that okay, there's too many players that are not good here. I can't get them all out in one window. Yeah, I've got to get these guys out. So what I say that to say this: with the team that United have right now, we have young players, and the experienced players are not good enough. Like I just said, Mata's done. Yeah, guys like Ashley Young, little by little, Matic, they're gonna come at the team. All he needs to replace those guys, with top players, and just let Daniel James, Wan-Bissaka, and all these guys come through.
Can I just say quickly about Wan-Bissaka when he said he's not feeling Wan-Bissaka? I watched Wan-Bissaka.
Whoa, coach, let's not. Viewers,
not change words.
let's not.
What did you say?
Attacking, he ain't it. We know what Wan-Bissaka's good at.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay.
Chill,
No, I'm just saying
chill,
cool.
coach.
Because you know why?
You gotta chill, champ. Chill.
Listen. Because Wan-Bissaka I've seen so many times. Just put wingers on the lock and key.
Yeah,
but I get what you're saying.
Sorry. Before you say that, coach.
He's disgusting.
Oh, Tabs can co-sign that. Shout out to Tabs. I went to a match today with him. Yeah. Felipe Anderson didn't want nothing.
No.
He didn't want no
Defensively,
smoke.
Wan-Bissaka, yeah.
Felipe Anderson got subbed. He did not want
he's a
it.
good
Wan-Bissaka had him.
Early, when you're up against a defender, if it's not going to be on
It's a Maddison thing, and even Wan-Bissaka even went to the left-hand side sometimes and shut down Yarmolenko. I thought he was fantastic today.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka was but like I said, on the ball, there was no runners. It was just
You'll come for him though.
yeah. I'm not saying he's not gonna.
But what I would say, obviously, as a fellow United fan, once again, with Ollie, the reason why I'm calm right now and I'm not up in arms or whatever, like you said, we're going to see results. Like, if you're in the Prem right now and you have a half-decent team that has got good work ethic, you will beat United right now. Because look at the team sheet. We said it at the summer, that we weren't going to replace these players because we're trying to get rid of players first. So I know what's going on. If we're not replacing the players that we just got rid of and whatnot, I know what's going on. But what I'm not going to have is this social media hype thing about get Ollie out. I'm done with all that. Get man out. Because at the end of the day, At the end of the day, we wind it all back. You got Moyes who wanted Kroos, this, that, and the other. Didn't work. Then you got who after that? Van Gaal. I'm going to go young with Depay and all that. Yeah, but you're 70 years old. You're not going to be here to see him flourish. Then you went with Mourinho, the checkbook guy everyone's talking about, but you didn't want to give him no checkbook like that. Now you got Oli who knows about the club. You got to give someone time. You've got to give someone time. I've got to give him. I'm giving him time.
Okay. What are you giving him time off the back of? What are the positives that you're seeing?
The positives is, once again, when I said early in the window, everyone was like, bro, Oli, you said these guys are not going to be here, but you're going to be successful at United. And then in the space of a week, guys were just floating off at the club. On
He
loan.
wants to get rid of more. Rojo could have gone. Bales man could have
And
gone.
whatnot. So I can clearly see that, once again, he's been told, get rid of these guys off the bill. After that, next summer, we're going to go in for you to replace these players.
Footballing wise, what are you seeing?
Footballing wise, I haven't seen anything from Oli.
Listen.
No. Oli's style. I haven't
Listen, you
seen
keep talking footballer wise, yeah, but we have come to the point where most of these men are not good enough at United. They're not good enough. It's simple as that. The Rashfords, all these guys here, they're not good enough. Daniel James is showing up Rashford.
Rashford's in front of, in that group as well, yeah, not good enough.
To ask him about how.
I'm asking you.
No. He's not good enough.
You know how Rashford.
He is not good enough.
Okay, say nothing.
For my club, he's not good enough. You want to bring him off the bench for 20 minutes and stuff like that? He's not good enough. He's just one of them players.
Listen, the headlines this week and the past week have been, Rashford could be the same place as Welbeck, boy. He's following Welbeck, man, are saying.
Listen, I think he's a little bit better than Welbeck, that's for sure.
No,
but he can follow that path.
He can follow that path.
And
He got one pass.
He's not going to no Arsenal.
He got one pass today, through ball, and
Please tell us how his performance was.
Yeah, on the pitch.
he got he first half an hour he didn't touch the ball. Yeah, so then he did get into the game.
Yeah.
But he was just running like a headless chicken to the point where
Coach.
Say that again.
Coach, what's Coach's thing?
Say that again. Say it again. He was running like a what?
no. He was running like a headless chicken.
Is Macy listening?
Oh, what other animal can we compare it to?
A horse.
The racehorse.
Yes, the race.
Yeah, I mean, he was getting played through, head down, didn't even care where anyone was. Only looked up when he got the ball. Maybe make a decision now, but then it's too late. But with the Oli thing, I will say he might not be the man for the future. Yeah. But he's a man for right now. What he's doing, he's changing the tradition of the club again.
But once again, Samuel, his problem, I'm telling you, the biggest problem is Lampard. That's his biggest worry. If Lampard weren't there and Chelsea went and got any foreign manager or whatever, another Sarri or whatever, it'd be even more cool for Oli. But the problem is that when a guy ain't got the transfer window and you've got just as much of a good squad as he has, and he's bringing the young players. That's what I keep telling you about this Gomez and all these young United players. Don't get gassed on them because they're academy boys. They're not better than Arsenal's academy boys that are coming through. They're not better than the Willocks, the Reece Nelsons, the Sakas. They're not better than them. They're not better than the Hudson-Odois, the Loftus-Cheeks, and these guys. They're not better than them. Gomez, Chong, Gardner, them man are not better than these guys. It's just that we have a tradition of bringing academy boys
Shout
through.
out Chong, man.
That's what it is. Like,
No. But like I said earlier, if you mix that with top players, yeah, you see that. Like,
you can't mix them with the players we got now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I just don't think they're ready.
No, I'm fully with you, which is why I'm saying games like this, yeah. Before the game, I said to Tabs, it's going to be a good game. He said, why? I said, because right now, United and West Ham are on the same level. It should be back and forth. Not knowing it wasn't even a good game, we lost. But if you look at the team, our midfield was slow. It was, you know what I'm saying? Are we done with United then? I will say, before I come off this though, I will say, check out my video on United Stand, YouTube. Rio Ferdinand pulled up to my interview while I was on there, you know.
But what I would say to finish up with United is, once again for me, Oli kind of killed himself with the whole the squad is good enough type of thing. I'll go back to that statement that I said. That was the one thing that he messed up with this season, saying that the squad is good enough. He didn't have to say that. He could have just said, we were going for certain targets. We didn't get them this time. And fans, just be patient. You've got to be patient. But now he's killed himself with the squad is good enough, because we all know, what did every fan say? If Pogba gets injured, that midfield's actually done. It's done. It's done. There's no 4-3 thread. This is done. As in, like, finished. There's nothing. There's nothing to come off the bench. There's nothing to come through the academy.
Our bench today was woeful.
It's done if Pogba gets injured. What did we say about up front? Lukaku's gone, even though people didn't like his first touch, but he bangs in goals. Martial's up front. He started off quite well this season, but once Martial is done.
Greenwood. And
This is what I'm saying. The Rashfords and all that. It's just anyway. I can go on all day about
Nah,
that.
to be fair, my reverse lights are on, boy. Like Greenwood, I've been watching videos of him in youth level, and I saw him midweek in Champions League. He looks a decent player. So
We'll see.
Still a kid. He's 17, man.
17, you see.
I didn't read it. I thought it was like 18, 19 or something. That's why I thought, he's good. He's good.
Arsenal.
Arsenal losing.
I was coming back from the game today, and I was seeing Arsenal losing. I was like, yeah, you know. So Arsenal are not going to accumulate points because it's United Arsenal next week. But yeah, 10-man Arsenal, put it at the bag. Dots. We'll talk about the game first. Yeah. Cause I know you got some things to say on the current situation. So how did you see the game today?
Boy, same old same old rubbish, same old shit, man. Like, you get me? Fam, the first 10 minutes, Villa they'd already had 6 shots. Fam, 6 shots towards Leno, G. It's unheard of. What? Yeah. Only Arsenal, yeah? G, one pass was getting through. They were in on our goal. One pass, Daniel. One pass. Coach Samson. One pass, yeah? They were in on our goal. Shots on target. I'm thinking, why? Why is it always Arsenal? You get me? There's no control in the midfield right now.
But wait, who started for Arsenal in the midfield?
Caballos.
Yeah, but he's a ball playing midfielder. What happened?
Gee, I don't know what's going on.
He should be able to control
I don't know what's going on in that team. Caballos. This is it. Caballos, Chaka, yeah, Guendouzi. And that was it. 4-3-3.
Okay. Oh, Saka was up top.
Saka was up top. So, bro, it was just awful in that first half. It was awful because, like, I'm looking at they don't know what they're doing. The passing's slow. It's not crisp. It just all looked useless. It was awful because, you get me? Villa scored. Get me? They crossed the ball in. The defense as usual. The fucking Beavis and Butthead at the back, David Luiz and Socrates, looking at each other like bumbling fools. Like, oh, whose man? Whose man is that? Like, come on, G. They even looking at the linesman offside. The guy was like 4 yards offside, G. That's the whole issue. They're not even knowing what they're doing. They think someone's offside. They're 4 yards onside. Onside. There's no VAR. It's not even close. You get me? You don't need any VAR here. It's not even close. So the first half was just abysmal, G. Like, for us to win this match, yeah.
Did Emery make any changes at halftime, or what? Did he keep it more the same?
Oh, let me finish. Oh my God, how can I forget this? This stupid idiot Niles. This stupid boy. Bruv, this idiot. He's got a yellow card. Fine, you got your yellow card. Now you know for the rest of the match, no sliding, stay on your feet. If someone's gonna pass you, let them go. You get me? This idiot went and dived in. To be fair, on replay, he got the ball, but don't give the referee a chance. Because any stupid referee...
Did he go to the ground or was
live? He was on the ground, his shorts are green. Everything was... his shorts are muddy. This idiot, he's gone to the ground. Second yellow. He tried to feign injury for 5 minutes. Like, you know when they feign injury, like, yeah, don't give me yellow. You saw the yellow, he said, what? Go for me. Let me stay down. So let me stay down and see if I can get this yellow rescinded. The referee waited 5 minutes. You can chill there. As soon as you stand up, this yellow's coming out, B. You get me? He stood up, got a second yellow.
What do you think about... Because I saw Maitland-Niles came out this week, said, I'm not a defender.
Okay, bring it back. You're not a midfielder. I mean, you're not a defender, so what are you then, Niles? If you're listening, Niles, what are you then, bro? Tell us. Because
he's
bro,
in
in
the
the final
midfielder.
third, he's trash, G.
No, he's not that
Oh
sort of
my
midfielder,
God.
bro. But
okay,
he's not that sort of midfielder.
Bro, so
He's
what
a
is
central
he?
midfielder.
He's a central midfielder.
So what is he good at? Listen, if I start questioning what
Guendouzi.
Oh my God.
Listen, listen, not Leighton now. This is where Arsenal fans are a bit too unfair when it
What
comes
is
to
he good at?
When he was playing them odd games in midfield, he's good at breaking up play. He's athletic in the middle there, trust me. But when you're bringing in players like Guendouzi and all that sort of stuff, they're gonna stifle what he does. Guess what? Why is he playing right back? It's because he's a good defender? No, because he's a brother that can run. That's all it is. But Nathan knows what he has to understand is: do you want to have a career just being at Arsenal playing right back, or do you want to go somewhere else? Might not be Arsenal, but you play your position.
Go to Bournemouth. That's your level, bro. Because in the interview, he said, "I'm a midfielder or a winger." Right? Those are his words. That's what I'm saying, G. The final third, this guy's trash. He always tries stupid shimmies to get past the man. You're not good enough. You can't dribble. If you can't dribble, why try? In the final third today and all the other games, he's been awful, G. He's poor. Final third decision making, he's crap.
But if he's not there, who do you play?
Bro,
Bellerin's coming back.
Bellerin's coming back anyway.
No, I don't hear, bro. Who
Okay.
did you play? This is what I'm trying to say. So realistically, Maitland Niles has done Arsenal a favour. Realistically, because
he's done us a
I feel for the kid. I feel for the kid.
man.
I feel for the
But
kid.
he hasn't done us no favours.
No,
Get me?
he's done you a favour, man.
The Europa League final, what did he do?
You can't pick
Every
out,
other match, what did he
I'm
do?
saying is that you can't pick out no one who's going to replace him. Who can you pick out?
Bellerin.
No, Bellerin's not. He's not there.
Bellerin's
right
back
now, but right now he's not there, and he has not been there.
Okay, fine.
So who was going to play there?
Chambers. But Chambers is trash.
No.
Chambers is trash.
You got to tell me Maitland-Niles was better
Fine.
than
He's
Chambers.
done an okay job, but he's just not good enough. Like, that's my point.
So anyway, alright, cool. So they came back. Cool. You said to me, even though Arsenal won this, I've still got stuff to say. Yeah?
Yeah.
Last week you said to me, you've got stuff to say. Dots, the floor is yours.
Yeah, listen. Let me just finish the match. Obviously, we came back. Aubameyang gave the penalty to Pepe. I like how he did that because who did he do it to last season? I think it was Lacazette. Lacazette was struggling for goals. He said, "You know what, brother? Take this penalty, slap that in, get your confidence back." He did the same for Pepe, and he ended up scoring the winner, Aubameyang, which is great. Right now, if not for Aubameyang, we'd be in McDonald's, we'd be in hell, we'd be in Hades. It'd be raw, fam. The guy, like, he's proven his worth. Like,
Top player.
top player. He's proven his worth. Like, at the moment, he's just he's getting all the goals for us, and he's doing his job perfectly for me. Anyway, with Aubameyang, right? But like I said, G, we won the game. Cool, 3 points. It's fake. With or without top four, Emery blood clot out. Get this guy out. Get Emery out. Get Emery out. Get Emery out. Get Emery out.
His 2-year contract's coming to an end.
2 years,
so you're
right?
just not,
Gee.
you wouldn't extend it if you were.
Let me just break it down. So this all came for me end of last season. I started looking a bit shaky. You've got 5 games to get top 4, 1 point. Games are just flowing by. You're not winning. Crystal Palace at home. Crystal Palace at home. You lost. Who else was it? Brighton or someone. One of these.
Brighton.
You lost. Europa League final again. You got smoked again. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Maybe let me just take it easy on this guy. I didn't say anything last season. Let me just see, like, maybe it's the players. He hasn't got the players that he wants or the good players. Cool, we signed Pepe, Ceballos, all these guys. We've got players now. It's getting worse. It's looking worse, G. I'm not enjoying Arsenal matches anymore. I don't enjoy the football that we're playing. There's no, like, players don't look like they know what they're doing at all on the pitch. There's no fluidity. There's no cohesion. There's no tactics, nothing. It just looks like, yeah, like they're just freestyling. They're just getting by. If he gets top 4, right, I don't want to hear guys, see, he got top 4, but listen, after top 4, then what? We should be aiming for league. Like, see, like Klopp, right? He came in, he got his top 4, he built the team up, and then you knew the direction they were going. Like, okay, we're going for this title beat. Yeah. Emery's not going for he's not good enough to get that far. He's not.
Well, I think you underestimate the structure at Arsenal as well. It's different to Liverpool. I think Klopp came in with the mindset of, yo, if I'm not in charge, you can just miss me with this job. With Emery, he was lucky to get the Arsenal job. That's number one. He was probably third choice and whatnot. And he's also had a change of that sporting director role where before it was that guy from Dortmund, Michelin Tap? Yeah. And then now it's Edu.
No, so it's Raul Sinelli.
Whoever it is, all those guys up there. But once again, he's had another change. Now, can Arsenal fans definitively say that Emery is buying his players? Because for me, no, I'm just saying because the structure matters. That's why Liverpool and Man City are ahead of all of us. The structure matters. That's why you've got someone like Lampard coming in, putting his foot down, telling Roman Abramovich, listen, if you don't let me do my thing, there's no point in me having this job. If you don't let me do my thing. And with Emery right now, I get what you're saying about Emery, yeah? I think they'll get rid of him at the end of the season. I think he's gone. Yeah. I think he's gone anyway. But in terms of the structure, I think Arsenal fans underestimate, because even when I listen to Emery in the summer, you can tell who he wanted. On the right, he wanted Zaha. Listen. He wanted Zaha. But guess what? When you get Pepe, Lille only want 20 mil up front, and then you can pay the rest over the next few years. So you get Pepe. That's the second option. Okay. So what I'm saying is that you can't always just blame someone like Emery when Arsenal fans. Do you know for a fact that he's getting the players? Look at someone like Ceballos. You're not buying Ceballos. It's on loan, only for Real Madrid to benefit off what you've done for him. Yeah. That's all it is. And who else is there?
Okay, cool. He wanted Zaha badly, and he got Pepe. What are you telling me? Pepe's madder than Zaha.
No. This is what I'm saying. Let's take YouTube out.
Okay, fine. Let's take YouTube out. opinions.
Who is more Premier League?
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
Okay,
Premier League
opinions
proven,
and all that.
coming in, he hasn't got the time to
Fine.
settle.
And don't forget, Zaha
What?
ruined him last year, you know.
Fine. Would the difference be that major? My point is, bro, handpick players for him across the world. He's not gonna do it, G. He had PSG, all these guys. He's not, bro. He's not gonna do it, G. It's some managers. They're not good enough. They haven't got the know-how and the tactics and whatever
Me
formations.
personally, I don't think he's good enough. So I agree with you. I agree with Dots that he's not good enough.
Oh, I didn't get my players, this and that, or the people above me. It's not that, bro.
But you can't
He's just
but that's what I'm saying. A lot of fans, they're underestimating that structure helps in a football club. It helps when you're the
you know what
manager.
else helps, bro? Picking the right fucking players. Sorry, picking the right players to play the match. This guy's playing Chaka week in, week out, giving him the captain's armband, bro. He's giving him the captain's armband, bro.
I'll ask you again. If you're not going to play Xhaka, you're going to play in the middle.
Bring it back. Torreira, you're going to play Torreira in the middle.
Okay, so
you're going to play Torreira.
Okay, Terrell. Were you talking about the same Terrell that wanted to leave in the summer and go back to?
I would still play Torreira over Xhaka.
But did he not say with his own mouth, yeah, that's all cap. I want to stay. I want to play for Arsenal.
Okay, you're gonna say that when AC Milan can't afford your wages. That's what
Oh
you're gonna say. So this is what I'm trying to say. Even if
Torreira for me over Xhaka.
me as well. But what I'm saying is that has Torreira been on form?
You're right.
I haven't even got to play him like that to
You're
even
right.
give him a run
Has
of
he even
games
been
though.
on form like that though?
But regardless, you do not play Chaka. He's proven to you. This guy's proven it. It's not even like, oh, you know what? Let me give him a chance. He's proven it, G.
Xhaka came off the pitch today,
He's
and Arsenal
raw
looked different.
to the core.
Arsenal looked
He's
different when he
trash.
came.
I don't rate
The
Xhaka.
yellow card he got, typical Chaka. You've let someone go past you. Oh, let me pull his shirt off. Let me tear this guy's shirt off and get a yellow card. Like, come on, you're the captain.
But that's the thing in what I'm actually agreeing with us. I think he's going to go anyway. Even though he's saying Emery out, I think he's gone anyway because his contract's up. But what I'm saying is that fans, United fans, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, whoever you are, look at the structure of your club and see why it's not been successful over the last couple seasons or with us a few seasons. The structure matters.
Take a step back and stop
Take
looking
a
at the
step back
manager.
and look
Even
at
though the
the
manager might be wrong, it is
He just
listen.
takes the blame.
Fine, listen.
The manager takes the blame.
Bro. The people up top, what are their jobs? To splash the cash, get the players in. With Arsenal, okay, cool, fine. This summer, yeah, Arsenal board, at the start of the summer, it was like, 45, was it 40 million or 45 million to spend? To me, they did a fantastic job with who they got.
What?
Bro, with who they got and what they did. With the people that...
David, you've had defensive problems years galore, and your solution, David Luiz. That's your solution.
No, bro.
No. Talk to me. Are you telling me the guys above?
The defensive...
So are you telling me Emery was in the Prem the whole last
said,
season?
"I want Luiz."
And said, I want David Luiz.
No.
What happens is, I want a centre back and I want this centre back. Nah, he's a bit too
haven't got the
costly.
piece.
But we can get Luiz. For
Why haven't you got the piece?
But this one, why haven't you got the piece?
Because
Why are you not asking me that?
No, but that's what he means about structure.
Fam, we haven't got the piece because we're in Europa League for 3 seasons in a row, G. That's right.
But you have more money than that.
Furthermore, he got Tierney, who was injured, fine. The French centre back.
Goodbye, we'll see.
We'll see about that. I'm not. See, I'm on with that as well.
Wan-Bissaka, he's not Premier League proven.
Yes, I'm saying we'll see.
We'll have a look. He's saying the Scottish
He's
League.
looked okay, Tierney, but we will see. Fine.
see.
He's got that French defender again with him. We will see. Saliba, we'll see with him, and then he got Luiz. That's 3 man.
Ceballos on loan.
No, defensively we're talking. That's three players there. Even though we count one out because he's not playing for us this season. That's 2 man there that should be able to come in and
be better than what he had.
Let me ask this question. If it's a good transfer window, why are you buying that French kid but playing Leighton and Niles there when he's not a right back? So what does that tell me about the French kid?
So what are you saying? I don't.
You've bought the French kid in.
What position is that?
He's a right back.
They brought him on the agreement of him going out on loan though.
But this is what I'm saying about my whole point with
French
Arsenal.
centre-back,
You know you have a problem, but you don't solve the problem. You try and cut corners to get around the problem, and then obviously Emery gets the blame for it. This is what I'm talking about, the structure and whatnot. You need to have a structure at the football club.
To be honest, you both agree anyway. Emery just tactically isn't good enough. That's Arsenal's problem. Like that's
it's tactically and like what's your plan in games? Like look at last week now where we threw that match in the sky.
That was terrible.
Bro, listen.
Poor subs.
In training, you're telling me you practice that passing out from the back, which I cannot stand, by the way. I can't stand that useless thing. We didn't see it today. I wonder why. We didn't see that rubbish today because, bro, your centre-backs, they're not good enough to do it. Even the ones that are good enough, right, the Man City ones, on their day, they'll get caught out. Because it's just facts. You're gonna get caught out. You have to be perfect. You can't be perfect all the time. With that thing that they do at the back, you have to be perfect. The passer has to be perfect. The first touch or the receiving player has to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. You can't tell me Socrates and David Luiz are good enough to. They're not. Clearly not. So don't persist with that, Emery. Don't persist with that. And the thing is, it looked like the players were looking like, oh, we have to do this. The coach just told us to do this. We have to do it. Last week's match, they did 6 or 7 times. They tried to pass out the back. They gave away possession. They got let off until they finally conceded when the guy passed it to the opposition live in front of him.
Took that for him to say, nah, let's.
So they didn't do that today. They didn't play out for the back. He just went long.
A lot of longs.
So for me, Emery's gone.
That's what I'm saying.
Emery's gone because that's one thing you don't do as a manager. You don't train and spend hours and hours on the pitch building from the back. Then all of a sudden you have not one bad performance, but it starts looking like shaky, and then you just do the 360.
It's not just happening now because Liverpool did it to us as well. We tried to pass out the back against them. It was foolish back then as well. They just didn't score from it directly. So it's like, okay, cool. We can still cut through with this stupid tactic at the back that we're not good enough to do. It's only until we concede directly from it, where it happened last week directly, where he said, oh, you know what? Yeah, it's a long ball thing. Like, let's keep it old school.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, Man City, man. We'll quickly touch on that. I said after the game, yeah, they're definitely trying to show guys that, listen, guys, relax. Pep was like, I think they asked him, was it a good way to bounce back from he said, listen, we're back-to-back champions. Like, show us more respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had a little blip, but it's like the overreaction was crazy. 8-0. I know it's Watford, who you lot drew with, by the way, which is not a good look, but they blew them out the water, and KDB was 10 out. That performance was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, sensational.
You know what? Let's talk about KDB quickly, yeah? Rankings, world rankings. Where would you put KDB in the world?
He is the best midfielder in the world. He is the best. There isn't a better midfielder in the world than KDB. There's not a more influential player than KDB in the world.
Yeah.
I don't think so. He creates. Did you see his goal as well? Guy's mad.
Bro, his first time whips, yeah, with the way he whips it in.
The thing is, what I like about KDB, he hasn't got. The thing is, and this is not to say that he can't do it, but he hasn't got time for all this stupid step over that Pogba does sometimes that he should cut out immediately, right? All this stupid Cruyff turning crosser. Listen, he gets that ball, he knows what he's gonna do, and he knows where he's gonna put that ball.
And his teammates know where he's gonna put it for them.
Because they trust him.
Yeah.
Because they trust him. What KDB's got that ball, yeah? Safe. Let me make that run. Because I know it's gonna come to my feet, and if I get the right connection, it's net.
Yeah.
Listen, the pass that he gave to David Silva for the first goal, Jesus Christ. Come on, first
Through
time.
the defenders.
Come on, phew, right into the box. No jokes.
Yeah.
Listen, no wasting time. And that's how he does that week in, week out. He gets the ball and he whips it in. In the middle, his precision passing is second to none for me. For me personally.
Coach, where would you put KDB in the world right now?
Still, I said he's up there, man. Like, I'm even trying to scan through my head in that position, that CM sort of attacking position, and that who's really there when you look at the top clubs in the world. Who's really there? He's there.
I said it in the group yesterday. If not for injury last season, he'd be talked about as like, you get me, Ballon d'Or, this and that. And furthermore, I know they won the league last season by 1 point, but I feel like if he was there throughout the season, it would have been madder for me. Like, he's that good. He's that good. And for this season, Champions League wise, he's going to be the key for sure, because what he can do with that ball, it's ridiculous.
When you look at it, Barca, who's there? No one. You got.
I've got my money on.
You got them. Then you're looking at Real Madrid, maybe Modric, but not even like that. Then who else are you looking at? And then Pogba, and then that's it. So for me,
there are good midfielders out there. Barca's midfielder, De Jong, he's good, but
he's not on KDB.
Yeah, we're talking about top influential. Like, come
Even
on,
the other guy is better than De Jong, I think, at Barca.
Arthur.
What's his name? Arthur.
Arthur.
I went to watch Arthur live as well, so he's a good player. But when you're talking about, like you said, Kevin De Bruyne, he's there now. He's there.
And that's the maddest thing. So he got how many assists yesterday? About 3 or 4, whatever.
Yeah, two or three, I think.
But the maddest, he should have even had more.
Yeah.
Did you see how the chances Aguero had?
Yeah.
KDB for me, he's different gravy, man. He's another level, and I don't think anyone in the world even can sniff his boots.
But you see what I'm saying about we're lauding Man City and whatever, but it don't just come because Kevin De Bruyne is that good or whatever it is. It's as much as you don't want to see it, it's the bigger picture. It's the structure from the top downwards.
They have the best structure right now.
Sterling was on the bench, not touching no grass for no minutes, no seconds. Who can really be doing that this season with the squads that they have? They can't really be doing that.
He rested KDB last week and they dropped points.
No, but what I'm saying is that they have the structure to do what they do, and that's what also helps them on the pitch as well. Because they know when they look to that sideline, that is the man in charge. You know, there's no, I'm going to chat to the chief executive and tell him I'm not happy what's going on. Chief executive will send you back out his room, say, go chat to Pep. Yeah, if you got a problem, go chat to Pep. If he's got a problem with you, we got a problem with you. That's just how the structure works.
Back their manager.
There's no, the Woodwards, you go and whisper to Woodwards, I'm not happy, and then Adidas, I'll go and whisper to Adidas saying, you got to play him because there's none of that. If Pep is not feeling you, don't come to us. That's the structure of the club. And that's why they know when they go on the pitch, all I need to do is impress that man on there, on the touchline.
Listen, at Man City, everything's clear. Like, everyone knows what they're doing, everyone knows what they have to do, everyone knows their roles and positions. In other teams, it's a bit shaky. Sorry to go back to Arsenal, but in that Arsenal team, right, who's even calling the shots? Who's even the one saying, like, listen, lads, are you lot mad? Fix up. Bro, Xhaka seems to think that he's the guy right now, yeah? I'm just putting myself in. If I was an Arsenal player and Xhaka's come to tell me nonsense, I'll slap his face straight away, G. Because you're shit, bro. You're shit. And you're not even respected. Like, on the pitch, you are not that figure that man can look at you and say, like, like Van Dijk, for example, right? Is he the Liverpool captain?
No, Henderson.
Okay, but
he's captain material. You mean leaders? There's leaders.
Leaders. Listen, I was watching the Liverpool match last week, right? Oxford made a mistake on the wing and let someone get a cross in. The way Van Dijk looked at him, listen, if you make a mistake again, I'm going to slap you in that changing room, brother. Like, that's what you need in a team, like leaders, like fierce leaders. Like, in the Arsenal team, it's all too nicey.
The same thing with United.
It's all too nicey.
But even what Doc's saying is correct, but what I'm saying about that's why you got to be patient with Oli, because you can clearly see that he's starting from the back going forward. To me, De Gea ain't signing no contract unless he knows what the plan is moving forward. That's me. He can go on a free to, he don't really have that many options, but he could have went to a PSG or maybe to a Juventus or whatever for free, easy, and then get his wages. He's put pen to paper to stay in Manchester, that weather that he probably don't like as a Spanish international, because he's heard Ollie's plan. He's sat down and spoke to Ollie like, listen, Ollie, I see what you're doing. You're bringing a Maguire, you're bringing a Wan. I can see the foundation you're trying to build, and I know it's going to take time. So he just said, you've got to give me time, but this is what I'm trying to do from the back. But it's all structure at the end of the day. Once you got the structure there, once the United players know that all they have to do is impress Ollie, and that's the be-all and end-all of the club. Don't go to no one else. You will see a difference in the players, but you have to start somewhere. You can't just buy 10 players in and just put them in. We can't do that. You just got to be patient.
Cool. Moving on, yeah. Spurs. Quite a few times now, a couple of games that they've gone up in the lead and they've squandered their lead. Obviously, the whole banter, bottle job, blah, blah, blah. But is there something deeper here? Is there like a mentality issue? Or who watched the game yesterday?
I watched it. I think, listen, something's not right at Spurs at the moment. Obviously, Poch isn't happy, I don't think. I don't think he's happy at all. I think he wanted to blast more peas in the summer. He didn't get to, for whatever reason. And it's kind of now fizzling down to the squad, I believe.
You know why he didn't, Dots? You're an Arsenal fan, you know why he couldn't blast the piece. When you buy that stadium, there's interest payments.
Of course, I've been saying that, but guys thought, listen, certain guys in the group were telling me, he's about 60 million, he's not spending. This is that, he's gonna.
This is where I think things went wrong for Spurs this year. They couldn't offload Eriksen. That was it. They couldn't though, because Eriksen was up for sale, but they couldn't find anyone to buy him.
No, they could, but they didn't want to release it for the piece. The money. Levy was saying it's 80, 100 or nothing, and they said, all right, cool.
And you're dealing with and you got man like Real Madrid that saying, bro, Eriksen ain't that level.
This is it. Yeah. Before, Real Madrid were interested in Eriksen, but Zidane made his target clear. I want Pogba.
Fine.
Pogba. That's it. If it's not Pogba, don't bring me no one. Yeah. So Levy was probably counting on that Eriksen sell to Real Madrid. It didn't happen. So now it's like, okay, well, we've invested, we've paid all this money for Dombele. we haven't really got the money because any money to spend on anyone else because Eriksen's still here. And now you see an unhappy Eriksen. When do you see Eriksen on the bench, bro? You never see
It's
Eriksen
a
on the bench.
big thing. The Eriksen saga.
Once again, we go back to what I just said. The structure of Spurs is not solid. The manager, listen, when the manager's coming out, just like when Jose came out and said, stop calling me a manager. I am a head coach. I don't know who's going in. I don't know who's coming out. All I just know is when the transfer window's done, these are the 25 players I got in my squad, and that's who I roll with. When your manager's coming out and saying those things at the press conference, you know the structure's broken. The structure's broken. That means that Poch is saying, yo, I need these 4 men. And Levy say, no, I've got this man for you. But the problem with Poch, where I can't really simplify him, you just signed a new contract not too long ago. Do you get what I'm saying? Why did you sign that contract without the sort of structure in place that you can be in charge of things? So you can't now do a 360 and say, oh, Levy's not giving me this, that. He's saying it in other words. He's not saying it directly, but he's saying it in other words. Oh, I'm not a head coach. I'm not a manager. You're asking me about players coming. I don't know. Maybe some players will come in. Eriksen going? I don't know. I just can't wait for Tuesday to come so the transfer window can be shut. All these sort of comments is basically just saying that, yo, the structure between me and Levy is broken. That's what's going on.
But still looks like
on the pitch, like Spurs.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
They don't. I don't know. Why I'm saying it, I think it's filtered down to the players because they don't seem like they've got that kind of that cohesion, that energy. Last
when in the lead, they're just they're throwing it away.
Yeah, last season they looked scary at all times. The energy, the enthusiasm across the pitch. Now it's kind of like we've got good players, so we can get the lead. But after that, it's in this like shaky.
I was going to say, I don't... It's kind of worked in their detriment, I think, that Champions League final. Because I feel like most of them players never even expected to play in the Champions League final. And they've got to that level, played there. And now, when I watch Spurs this season, the challenge is they just don't look hungry anymore, man. Like you said, last season, they were amped for every game. But this season... They're going in, like you said, they'll take the lead. Who's it they played in the Champions League? It's a Cowboy team, Olympiacos.
Yeah,
They should be winning that. Do you know what I'm saying? But 2-0 up, and they just lose the hunger. I feel like
Same with us,
it's just where Sheffield United they drop points to them as well. When in the lead,
Arsenal they dropped points. Arsenal 2-0 up at the Emirates, and then we came back.
Like Stelios though, but if you're Poch, do you try and integrate Eriksen back in the squad? Because Eriksen is a key player.
It's a hard one because
he's down his tools. Eriksen's down his tools. Like he's basically Eriksen, right? He's not that type of player to snap, and he's basically told him behind the scenes, "I want to go, push it."
But Eriksen's an idiot though because he laid his cards out on the table too early.
Very early.
Because it was clear to see, like you said, Dots. It was clear to see that Florentino Perez wanted Eriksen, Zidane wanted Pogba, and Zidane weren't coming back to Real Madrid on the promises of, yo, you're still buying the players. I need to get who I want. I want the Hazards, I want the Pogbas. Right? This is my list I want. So when that confusion was going on, Eriksen's already gone out in public saying, yeah, I think he's ready. I'm ready for a new challenge. Yeah, but it weren't set like that for you, Eriksen. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can't come out and say, all you had to do is keep your mouth shut at the end of the day. And if you went in the summer, cool. If you didn't go in the summer, then cool. Like you said, he's probably down these tools. Because January's around the corner. Yeah. He can still go in January.
When a player downs tools, it's bait. It spreads to the other players. You can't have it. Poch can't really integrate him back in. Eriksen's out. Wow. He's out.
This is the challenge.
And the thing is, people are saying, "Oh, why are you not playing Eriksen? We're missing Eriksen." But listen, when Eriksen played against Olympiacos, he stunk out the place because he doesn't want to be there. He's down tools.
And he was poor towards the end of last season. I've said that on this podcast. Towards the end of last season, he didn't look the same.
This is for me. I think Eriksen is. I appreciate he's made a massive influence for Tottenham, yeah. But what he needs to understand himself is that I'm not that guy. Like I can't just go and command a move to Barcelona or to Real Madrid or to whatever. Yeah, he should be happy that look, I'm influential in this squad. Let me be a key member in this squad. There's a good project that I can be part of. Let me make it here. Because to be fair, without Eriksen in that Tottenham team, they don't look as good. They don't look as good. And fair enough, they still got Dele Alli to come back and stuff.
I hear that, but as an individual, he wants more challenge. He wants a better challenge.
What I'm saying, people keep saying he wants to leave, but go where?
Exactly.
You don't have an abundance of choices like that.
Eriksen.
You know what?
Where's he going though?
You know what?
Where's he going?
I think he messed up. Coach is right. I think he must have thought, like, yeah, man.
Is there
Man's,
for me.
I'm Eriksen. What teams are gonna flow for me? He thought teams are gonna flow for me.
You know auction, yeah? But everyone's looking around.
And obviously, after Roman just said, nah, we want Pogs. He started looking left and right. No, what? Juve, you want me? What?
No.
Atletico,
Just
you
got
want me?
Ramsey now.
Yeah, we don't know what he wants you. So now he's thinking, shit, like.
Yeah.
But now he's
But
gonna.
as a professional, you shouldn't down tools. If you know that was the situation, you should try and just even get teams to come back for you.
Eriksen has got one hope, yeah. Because obviously his contract's done at the end of the season. I'm hoping that, well, not hoping because I'm not a Tottenham fan, but Tottenham fans should be hoping that in January, Man United going for Eriksen.
Nah.
That's the only. Listen.
Wait.
It's the only move that makes sense in the sense that United need a creative player.
I'm gonna segue. I'm gonna stop you right there, man.
cheat.
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
I'm no. I forget what I'm the segue champion here. Listen, that takes me to my point. Yeah, another guy that played in that game, James Maddison. He was solid. Yeah. And if you're talking about a player that United should get,
That's what I'm saying. If you're at United, you're not gonna take Eriksen if Maddison is there.
Cool.
quick 60. Wow. Quick 60 M's.
No. See, so now let me hold you up. See what I'm saying? Now you're not playing reality football. So now 60 in January will get you Eriksen.
Live.
Yeah? That will get you Eriksen. 100%. Levy, chop your hand for that.
I don't want Eriksen
okay,
anymore.
cool. 60 ain't getting you no James Maddison. If you paid 80 million for Maguire, you mad?
Yeah.
Are you mad? Creative player that scores goals and is younger. Are you mad?
How much you talking?
85.
80, no less than 80.
Well, we've got the P's. Ollie said. Wait, you're laughing.
This is Monopoly.
No. Wait. What did Ollie say?
Yes, Ollie did say the money's there for the right players. So, and Ollie did say as well, there's no point in what we did before going for B and C options just to get players in because other clubs are getting players. Let's wait it out if we have to, because obviously Leicester might have told them, if we in for Maddison, Leicester might have told them that, yo, you ain't taking Maguire and Maddison at the same time. It could be different summers, cool. So we can make a little plan to replace him in that. I don't mind Maddison whatsoever, but it's not no 60 million thing. Let's
Whatever figure is Maddison.
No, it's not a whatever figure because I'm not paying 120 for Maddison. I'm not hearing
English
that.
inflation, you know this already.
120 for Madison.
No, I'm not saying 120, but you know they're gonna put English inflation thing on it. But talk about Maddison.
Maddison is a player. He's very silky. He's direct. Neat on the ball. We were calling him out from last season. Like, rah, who's this Maddison? How old is he? What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's very good.
Norwich, yeah.
Yeah, he's very good, very direct. He can score, he can assist, he can create. What I like about him. As soon as he gets the ball, he's not wasting time like all these other egg and bacon midfielders. He don't waste time.
Forward thinking.
Yeah. Vardy,
Vardy knows when Maddison gets the ball. Vardy's already.
He's already gone.
Yeah.
So and his passing pass with precision. You get me? He can take a free kick. He can take a long shot.
Yeah.
So he ain't gonna be at Leicester for too long.
Listen, if United go for him, I wouldn't be mad at Madison at all.
Alright, cool. Guys, so everyone saw the Champions League first round. We've seen everyone play. Couple good games. Juve game was good against Atletico. You know, there's but yeah, I just want to get your predictions on kind of who stood out for you, or even if they haven't stood out in the first stage, who do you think is going to win the Champions League this season?
Interesting. I put a bet down this week. I think Dortmund's going to win.
Another one of STELIOS' bets. Another one of STELIOS' bets.
Another one.
Another one.
That's what all last season's on, bro.
So, okay. So, yeah.
Anyway, why Dortmund? Go on.
Okay, I've been watching Dortmund in Bundesliga this season, and I know they lost, not this week, the week before, yeah. That was a one-off blip, yeah. But they just look emphatic, yeah. Even the game against Barcelona,
They should have won.
They should have won that game. Jadon Sancho is another level. Honestly, the amount of chances this guy creates in a game, yeah. Royce is licking his lips. Alcacer is listening. Alcacer, whatever his name is, licking his lips. Brandt. He's another player. I think Brandt is a quality signing. This year they added depth, yeah. So they got Brandt and Thorgan Hazard in as well. And then obviously midfield you've got Witsel there, Delaney. Like they've got a very solid team, and I think. Then they're young as well. They're young, and I think that
Do you think they can do like an Ajax? What Ajax did last season?
More than Ajax, because they're Ajax. If you look at the Ajax squad, who really was there? That's levels. Like you got Tadic. Tadic, he was never levels. He's a Southampton player, but when you compare it to the Dortmund squad, they've got internationals. Do you get what I'm saying? You got Sancho starting for England. You got Royce starting for Germany. Yeah. You got Witsel starting for Belgium. Do you know what I'm saying? They've got the quality there. Alcacer,
Alcacer.
Yeah, he scored. He scored like 9 in 7 or something stupid like that. He's on fire this season. So yeah, man, I think Dortmund this year.
Coach?
I'll go for PSG.
You what, mate?
I'll go for PSG.
Why?
Because with no, if not having a result with Real Madrid, because you can catch Real Madrid on an off day like that as well. Real Madrid had a couple of players missing as well. I just think with PSG, enough's enough. I think they've got that mentality this season that enough's enough now. Like we're not here for the French title.
They beat Real Madrid without Mbappe, Neymar, and Cavani.
So this is what I'm saying. I think enough's enough for them. As in, like, guys, we're all here together. The Di Marias, the front three, we're here together to do well in the Champions League. And it gets to that point where the whole VAR, Rashford penalty, it's enough's enough now. Let's just bury these teams and keep them. That would be my shout. Anyway, I'll go for PSG this season.
Gee, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't got an answer because that first week of
No
Champions
one stood out really like that. Like in terms of it's open.
Yeah, wide open. But
Wide open.
I would like to go for Dortmund as well because they looked good against who did they play? Who did Dortmund play?
Barcelona, no.
Yeah, 0-0. Yeah, they should have smoked Barcelona out of it. Like Daniel said, Sancho, God forbid this guy goes to Man U because I like that guy a lot, yeah. If he goes to Man U, I'll be forced to hate him and like him undercover. Do you know what I'm
Like we did Ronaldo. I remember them.
Chill.
Chill, chap.
No, but Sancho, he's different gravy. Like, if he wants to create a chance, he can create it just like that.
Yeah.
He's scoring and assisting like at an alarming rate for his age. Scored again today. Dortmund won, he scored again. So yeah, they would. I think experience is the only thing that would hold them back.
Even that, I think they've got that this year. Don't forget, they just signed Hummels again this year.
fine.
So they got.
Listen, no.
Respect Hummels.
I respect Hummels, but Hummels is past his peak now, man. Hummels is done out here.
You're saying they lack experience. I'm saying this year they've got a very balanced side with depth. That's if you look at all the Dortmund teams in the past year. When they had the last good Dortmund team is when they had Lewandowski, Goetze, and they got to the Champions League final. Yeah. Since then, they haven't really had a team that has as much in it as this, and this team has even more.
When I say experience, like that Champions League, like we're in the
Know-how,
semi-finals.
yeah.
The know-how in the later stages of the Champions League, they might fall with that. That's my only.
But this is what I'm saying. With me, I think that Dortmund will lose to a team like Spurs. But
Yeah,
they'll beat
like
Barca.
last season.
Do you
Yeah,
get what I'm
it's-
saying?
it's
It's just
stupid
like, because
like that.
guess what? See with me when it comes to Dortmund, like you said, obviously they might have made a few changes, but when they're the favourites, that's what I like to see. It's all great playing Barca, but Barca, you're always going to be the underdogs against Barca, no matter what. So it's cool playing on the underdog role, but when you're the favourite to go through over two legs, can you do it?
And that's where
with
the
that
know-how.
pressure on?
That's the know-how.
I'm gonna say, and I really hope I'm wrong. Of all the times I've made a prediction, I hope I'm wrong. But like we said, it's open. Teams are just no one's standing that. So I think Man City, man.
Yeah,
I think Man City's gonna do
I
it.
said Man City last season, right? And if it wasn't for that stupid VAR, well, not stupid, it was accurate. But if it wasn't for that harsh VAR last year, they would have gone all the way. They would.
Who they have played in the semis?
Ajax.
Ajax, yeah, they would have beat
Ajax.
Ajax.
And then they would have
Liverpool in the
overcome Liverpool in the final. I think Pep.
Pep knows. You see how you said about Real and PSG? I think that's similar for City. They've back-to-back titles in the league. It's the Champions League now.
Not just Pep, the players as well. They're gonna you know what, lads?
Aguero and that.
This is
Come
our,
on.
This is our like golden team, if you can call it that, right? Silva's last season. Obviously, Company's gone, but we've still got the man them here, the core. Let's really go for this Champions League because if we don't do it now, a couple man might leave. Whoever we get in might not be levels. Let's go for it now. Like this is our time. KDB is going brazy. Sterling's going brazy.
Like you said, the best player in the world.
Brazy. He's scored every game this season.
They better. This is the difference. They better outscore their opponent. Because also defensively this season, the Champions League teams, the European teams, they will put pressure on the cities. Like even guys like Leon and that, like the guys, just teams like that are just annoying in the competition. They will put pressure on you. Like you're clearly the favourites in that tie or whatever it is, but the Leons and that will give you problems. It's not just the big teams and all that sort of stuff. It's when Man City are favourites to go through. In the Champions League, they haven't really stepped up to the plate as well. That's the thing.
Obviously, they'll get through the group stages calmly. Laporte should be back by the knockout stages, which is around February. Yeah, he'll be back then, and they're gonna snap in the January transfer window as well because they're gonna defensively. They need to do something. They need to do something.
They'll buy someone. They'll buy someone.
Because right now they're on thin. Playing Fernandinho centre back is very like. It's last resort to the core. We don't want to be doing this, but it's last resort. What else can we do? But yeah, Dortmund, City,
Liverpool again. I know they lost, but Liverpool.
people always want to say Barca, but listen, Barca. Something. Listen, Emery, when the time comes when Messi leaves, we'll start seeing what's good with Barca. And even when he's there, guys can't be superhuman forever. Messi and Ronaldo and that, they're going to start declining. Not to say that Messi's declining. Guys, listeners, please don't attack me. But
But it's not that he's declining, it's just not the Messi of 5 years ago.
yeah, it's just simple as that.
It's just football.
It's just football. It's normal. I mean, it happens. And something like Griezmann, on paper, if we're playing FIFA, if we play...
You rate Griezmann?
Boy, do I rate Griezmann?
I rate Griezmann.
I think he's one of the most overrated players in history.
I know what you're saying. I rate Griezmann, but then I think...
I rate Griezmann.
Have I ever shouted for Griezmann? Like, oh my God, this guy's mad. Like,
No, World Cup, not World Cup. That season when was it when they won it? Yeah. Griezmann snapped.
Griezmann's good. Griezmann's good. But like someone said in the group the other day, yeah, even if you're cold, not everyone is for Barca.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of players.
That's
go
why
Barca.
Dembele hasn't worked
A
out.
lot of players go Barca, world beaters, and then they go Barca and they get found out. Yeah. They just look one kind, and it's looking like Griezmann because
where's he playing?
Yeah,
On the
that's what I'm
wing,
saying. That's
on
what I'm
the-
saying.
Bruv, and the thing
A whole
about it is,
Griezmann-
there's no float in the
Griezmann
middle.
was a free roll, but Messi's there.
There's no
So
free roll at Barca. Unless your name is Messi, there's no free nothing. You work for him. That's why you're here. If he listen, he's got to so powerful at Barcelona that nobody comes in until with his say so. That's why he's the one that wanted Neymar. But the Barcelona board didn't want Neymar because he cost too much money. And what happened before?
I like the young boy though, Fatty. 16. No. I'm not saying he's gonna be. I'm just saying I like him.
I would say about Fatty, I'm surprised that he's even in the first team.
bro.
Because traditionally, there's no black boys going through at Barca.
You know what? I'm not.
So that shows me that whatever he's doing is the Barca way. Because they don't really, they don't bring black players through like that.
He's doing it the
That's
Barca
not
way.
what they're on. Yes, he's doing it the Barca way.
When I saw that picture of Messi going out of his way to come and hug him, I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
you win, B. You win now. Get me?" I knew what time it was there. Messi's hugged this guy, basically saying, "Listen, you're in now, bruv. You're in. Don't worry about nothing. You're one of us. I'm putting my arm around the shoulder. Let's take this picture." They know what time it is. But that Barca manager,
Oh, he's on thin ice.
yeah, Finn. He's fit. Listen, he's about to plunge into that ice cold water.
We're done with that, man. Before we get out of here, because it's been a good one, we're gonna quickly get predictions for the boxing. Coach, Errol Spence, Sean Porter. Who do you think is gonna win that?
Oh, come on, man. Is that a silly question or something?
Uncle.
Come on, man. Uncle Errol. Listen, Uncle Errol's just got a different aura about him. He's just a different sort of. Even have you seen the face to face?
Yeah, I watched it.
The way he's even chatting to Porter, he's just like, Porter, listen, I get you're here for the hype. I get it, bruv. But there's levels here. You're just a stepping stone to Crawford.
Literally.
So listen, I know you and your dad, the Puff Daddy dad and all that. I know you guys love to talk about, but you think you know it. But guy, you got schooled by Kell Brook. Yeah, and I ain't no Kell Brook. You saw what I done to Kell Brook, and you're about to see what I'm about to do to you. So I get it. You want to yell, and you've got this plan and that plan, and listen, everyone's got the plan. Do you get what I'm saying? But once I hit your eye socket like I hit Floyd's, it's over for you.
Because the thing is, Porter comes forward, he's an aggressive fighter. It's not a good watch. Like I don't like to watch that kind of style, but it's effective. Can he kind of give Errol any issues?
He's gonna get stopped. I think he's gonna get stopped. Errol Spence, he's different level. He's the truth. He's different level. Like I don't want to put anyone's name to Floyd's, but he's not. Let me not say as good, but he can dominate like Floyd did.
He's
I think.
at that ilk where listen, the sparring session said it all. When Floyd is coming out and say, listen, things happen in sparring. Floyd is always the first one to talk about, listen, these man can't handle me, this, that, and the other. When he got that black eye, he had to do the interview. Things happen, innit? And then obviously when they asked Errol, it's like, nah, whatever happens in sparring. Then you had the other man, the older guys coming out and say, Lil Floyd got the business in there,
I even watched the interview the other day. Errol Spence and Thingy, they sparred back in the day, and
Errol Spence and Sean Porter,
and Errol was like, boy, if I don't remember it, that means he didn't trouble me. I must have slapped him about. Porter was like, I remember it. He was tough. It was a tough one.
Errol was just stronger than them. He's slicker than them. I'm looking forward to the fight. It's a good fight because I want to see him versus Terence Crawford anyway.
That will happen well if Bob Brown gets out.
That's the main one.
That's the main thing, man.
Guys, man, it's been a very good one. I've enjoyed this one.
Emery out.
Do you not see? Do you say the United thing preview?
Oh,
United,
Arsenal, Man
Liverpool.
United, quickly.
When is that game?
Because that's
Monday.
two.
Oh, Monday.
That's two joke teams. So I don't know how that's
Fam,
gonna
if it's
go.
Monday, we do it next Sunday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do it next Sunday. Yeah. Ah, cool. We'll do that. Yeah.
Emery out. With or without top 4, Emery out.
Ollie in for now, man.
These jokers. Hey, listen, remember this episode? We're going to revisit that.
So yeah, guys, it's been a good one. Thank you for joining us. Next week we'll be here again. Join us. Please follow the socials, share, subscribe, like. We need to get this out now. I'm taking this seriously now. Yeah, this has been the 4th week in a row. Even when I wasn't here, coach took over. So we're here. Yeah. All right, guys. Till next week. Love. Guys, 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 till next